Hello and happy Friday to all you lovely people. You may have noticed I have a new device here. It's a microphone that I purchased just the other day. I decided I wanted to up my game a little bit and try and be professional and have a better sound. So I hope it is worth it because I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah, it's going to take a little tweaking to get things right. This channel is probably going to go through a bit of an evolution as I go along, trying to figure out how exactly I want to do things and what I want to talk about and how I want it to look. So I do have plans for more content that involves other apostates. As I have mentioned in the past, there is the Apostate Coalition, which started on TikTok, but has now come to YouTube. I am working on some graphics and so on for that, and I intend to have interviews of other apostates that I've become familiar with, and they can share their stories, and we can reminisce, and we can chat it up, and laugh, and cry, and all that stuff, and hopefully it'll be something that you'll enjoy listening to. So, this week we are going to talk about the donations that Jehovah's Witnesses receive for their literature. But first, we should probably run that old intro just so you know what we're all about, and there you go. Okay, as I mentioned, we're going to be talking about the donation process. I remember when I was a child that I would go to the door and I had a very simple presentation. It was not anything to write home about. It was just essentially, my name. I'm one of Jehovah's Witnesses, and I have the Watchtower and the Awake, and I would just read said magazines, the titles, and essentially just offer to the people. And at that time, when I was little, it would be for a particular price. I remember 10 cents as a price for the magazines. I'm sure for books it would have been more. It's been a long time, so I don't really remember the exact prices for everything. But that's just something I grew up on, giving that very simple presentation as a little kid. But if you grew up as a Jehovah's Witness, you may remember that in 1990 they changed that to be from a set price for the literature to a donation basis. And you can hear someone using the water. I need to get a real office with some soundproofing and all that good stuff. Okay, as I was saying, it used to be a set price, and then they changed it to a donation basis. Now, I recall a talk way back when where they introduced this to all the brothers and sisters in the congregations, and what we were told, as I remember it, is that Jehovah will provide, and that the brothers and sisters will provide as a show of their appreciation for the organization and for God and all that He provides for us. And that was that, it would no longer be 10 cents or 15 cents or whatever it happened to be, and that we would ask for a donation, and it could be any amount that the person felt was appropriate. They didn't even really have to donate if they promised to read it. But of course, donations were preferred because they wanted the money. It's kind of brilliant when you think about it, because if they're appreciative of the literature, they're going to just give you whatever, which could be $1 or $5 or more. So it's quite possible they could have made more money by switching to this method. But there's an important detail that they left out to us at that time. You see, the reason that they really did this is because of Jimmy Swaggart. If you're not familiar with Jimmy Swaggart, you probably are. If you're listening, if you're watching this content, you're probably familiar with Jimmy Swaggart and his ministry. He's a televangelist that was based, or is still based, I assume, in Louisiana. And, as televangelists go, they generally make a lot of money from sales and from, people sending in money. And he kind of got in trouble with some tax laws in the state of California. Now, religious organizations are tax exempt, but if you have, say, a Bible or some sort of Bible literature in a store, it's not tax-free. It's taxable, and whatever state you're in is going to get that tax money. And I guess California figured out, wait a minute, it's the same. If somebody's going door to door, it's the same as being in a store, so we should be getting that tax money for selling those items. He lost when trying to get a refund for some tax money that he owed. And just so happens that the Organization of Jehovah's Witnesses sort of slipped in there to see if they could benefit from this. They were banking on the fact that he might win. Now, if he won the case against the state of California, then that means that they would be A-OK to sell their publications for whatever price and not have to worry about paying taxes to the government. But, as I mentioned, he lost. So, in order to avoid paying taxes, the Jehovah's Witnesses, the governing body, decided to make a change to the arrangement and say, oh, we're not charging for this. It's free. If people want to give, that's fine, because donations are not taxable when it comes to a religious organization. So what you have here is the governing body at the time telling the congregations that this is something that Jehovah is going to provide for. And we're going to trust in God, and we're going to do our part. And they just kind of forgot to mention that whole thing about we don't want to pay taxes because that's bad for us and keeps us out of Rolexes and Cadillacs and stuff. If we have to pay some more money out, we don't want to do that. So they changed the arrangement. It's kind of shady. It does show that they are concerned a lot about money matters. A lot more than they are concerned about the welfare of people. So it's just a little something to think about. This isn't going to be a particularly long video this week. I'm still trying to figure out all this stuff. I am not tech savvy by any means, but I do have someone who has given me some assistance. So at the end of this video, I will put their name just as a bit of a thank you for their assistance in helping me, figure out what to do. But I need to practice and work out all the bugs. But I will keep you posted. As I had mentioned, I want to have more content from other apostates so that we can benefit from their stories and can, I want to be able to promote their activism, and we help each other out. So with that, I'm going to call it a video and wish you a excellent day, an excellent weekend, and an excellent let's try that again. An excellent next week. And I guess that is bye for now.